Reading blog time. Reading blog. Don't like it. Hey, hi, hello team. Welcome back to the cauldron. It is time for another reading vlog because we're going back into lockdown number 2. Again, this is lockdown. In case you were not aware, my name is Monique. This is Bookwitch Reviews, my channel where I figure out how time works by making vlogs and other videos and talk a lot about books because I love them. And this is obviously following my regular vlog, so if you would like to watch any of them, I have been making them basically weekly since we started lockdown in March, so this is the 31st of them. You are welcome. I will leave a link to the video list down below. Moving on, I started reading Throne of Jade by Naomi Novik, which I am still reading. In case you did not know, this is the sequel to Tamora, which is a historical fantasy set during the Napoleon War, where we have dragons and we follow Lawrence, who is a naval officer who sort of accidentally bonds with this dragon and he gets sent out on adventures. It's very historic, rich, and very rich in like war facts and naval facts, and it's just oddly endearing and I love it a lot. And then I also got some book mail. This is a used copy of The Song Rising by Samantha Shannon, which is the 3rd book in the Bone Season series. As you can see, it is right there, that's number 1. And basically in the Bone series we follow Paige Mahoney in sort of this like dystopian different universe where clairvoyancy is real but it's also illegal, and basically Paige is a part of this like underground mafia like network of clairvoyant people, and she gets kidnapped and the whole setting of the series change. And I only read the Bone Season this year because I only found Samantha Shannon last year when I read Priory of the Orange Tree, and it's one of my favorite books of all time. So I have been on the lookout for hardback editions of this book. I don't even really mind the fact that I can't find it with the original cover. I just want them to be the same height. So hopefully I have the mime order coming quite soon, and this one fits Ella perfectly. Same height. Even if it's not entirely the same, I can live with it. I will live with it. It was still expensive, but you know, I'm gonna deal with it because Ashley from A Frolic Through Fiction is doing a Bonathon, which is basically a reread of the series, and the 4th book, The Mask Falling, is coming out next year, so she is doing like a soft little reread of all 3 books before then, and also then the actual book when the book comes out in January. So excited for that, and excited to just enjoy Samantha Shannon's writing. Obviously I love Priory of the Orange Tree more than I love the Bone Season. Bone Season is also her very first book, so I think her writing has sort of expanded a lot, and Priory is her second, like her almost newest book out. But yes, very, very excited. Definitely enjoyed the setting and the magic and the sort of like different way of looking at clairvoyancy. I thought that was really interesting. But yeah, that is the update. Hello babies, it is Wednesday. I'm sorry for not having a update yesterday, but it just ended up not happening because life. But I do have a reading update. I finished reading Throne of Jade yesterday. It's wonderful and magical. I love the way that Naomi Novik has like interwoven dragons into like the very fabric of this world. I loved getting to know more of the world because Lawrence and Tamora traveled to China in this book. There was a couple of bits where I'm like, don't know if I like that, or when your grandparents say something vaguely racist and you're like, you can't say that, and then they're like, that's just the way that we referred to them back then. And you're like, doesn't mean that it's okay. And this book does a little bit of the same, but not because I think Naomi Novik is racist in that way or really means anything by it. It is literally just because of the like era or this time period that she has chosen to write in. So during the Napoleon Wars, like the way that people refer to other nationalities as well as women is very odd, and it is just a little bit like but at the same time I also really much enjoyed it. There were definitely some sneaky like new things snuck in here, and I cannot wait to continue on with the series. And then I was good, and then I started my first official Believathon prompt, which is the very first one, which is to read a book with a mystery in it. And for that, I am reading Wildfire by Tamora, which in Danish is called Mordbrænderen. This is a very old edition that I have. I adore it. It's very weird to read in Danish right now because it's just odd. It's not something I really do. And sometimes they use words where I'm like, I hate that word. I hate it. Because I just don't like it. This is the third book in the second quartet. We are following Daya, who is like a fire wizard, a fire magician. She basically speaks to like fancy metals and fire. It's very cool, and she is currently on like these travels with her teacher, and she ends up sort of involved in these like mysterious fires. And that Tamora does this thing where she doesn't just write from like the good guy's perspective, but from the villains as well, so you get like the full scope of that world. And I'd completely forgotten about that in this series, and I adore it. I'm very excited about reading this one and then the last one, which are two of my like least favorite in this series, because I will be honest and say, as much as I adore the Emmeline series, Tall Tale has my whole heart, but the Circle series, especially the later books, so in the Circle Reopens, is like my absolute favorite. Battle Magic is one of my favorite books of all time, and I cannot wait to reread it. So yes, that is that. I also very briefly dropped down in the volunteering shop because I needed to drop off my set of Harry Potter books because I will not be reading them again, which makes me really, really sad. And also, yeah, but basically me and the girlfriend have two sets. She has her set, and then I bought a English set back when I was in uni because I knew that I had like the Danish set of them at home, which are like the nostalgic ones, but I basically can't even look at them without feeling really sad and bad about it. So I have given them away, so then they will give money to charity, hopefully. Yay. And I obviously picked up some books because that is who I am, and we are going into lockdown again in the UK from tomorrow. So wear a mask, do the thing, let me show you what I got. So I picked up Wicked Like a Wildfire by Lana Popovic, which I have heard is vaguely queer. I believe it's like a magical realism book about these two sisters who lose their mother, and basically every woman in their family has this like gleam or like magical ability that they turn into a certain thing, and apparently there's some sort of weird mystery with that. Very pretty. Anyway, I heard it was queer, so obviously I want to read it. Then I also found more Cassandra Clare. So this is Lady Midnight and Lord of Shadows, which is the first and second book in the Dark Artificers. It's the first and second book in the third series, basically. I still haven't read any of them. City of Bones is on my TBR, but I'm basically just collecting them old school. This is a very old bluish. I'm very confused about this cover. Anyway, we picked up some more because I'm picking up all of this series secondhand because I can. I'm also very annoyed that they actually had the like covers with the spine that lines up really cool downstairs in all of the books that I bought before, and I'm very annoyed about it. Actually, just wanted to point that out. But yes, more of these, more books for me. I'll see you guys. Hello team, it is Thursday. Thank fuck for that. Also, if you can hear fireworks, it's because it's fireworks night in England and I don't care, but it's loud anyway. So yes, I finished some reading. Did I give an update yesterday? I think I gave an update yesterday and I was still reading Wildfire by Tamora. Wonderful, 3.5 stars. It's not my favorite, but I still absolutely adore them, and it's just such a wonderful, like, fast little reread, and I haven't reread them in so long. And then I started Shatter Glass, which in Danish is called Glasdragen, which actually translates to the Glass Dragon, so obviously I want to love it. I haven't reread this in so long, and this is for my Believathon prompt to read a book with a great group of friends. This one doesn't have as much of like the friendship group as the original quartet, but it still has some wonderful friends. It also has a little glass dragon and a big dog, and I love it dearly. And Triss, who is the main character of this one, she's just so sarcastic and like a little old lady in a 14-year-old's body. And I've just finished that. So anyway, yes, so I'm doing really good with my reading. I'm definitely doing it because 1, I'm procrastinating from writing, and 2, I do a lot of like escaping in books so that I don't have to think about being anxious or think about anything really, which is why sometimes that I read really fast and a lot, because I'm literally like, I cannot handle the real world, so time for reading. And basically, just wanted to give you guys an update about that. I did start reading The Dragon Republic last afternoon, right after work, basically for a brief moment. I will most likely continue with that. It's already hurting me, so I'm not sure if I'm prepared really. But now I really need to go repot my plants, which I have needed to do for several months. So I'm going to do that. It's Friday. I keep thinking it's not, and I'm getting very confused about the week life. Anyway, reading update. I started reading the Scrapegracers by Hannah Abigail Clarke yesterday. Also found out that the author is gender non-binary, so they go by they them, and I am completely in love with this book. In it, we follow Sideways Pike, who is like a teenage outcast witch goth lesbian, and she gets hired to make this like spell for like a Halloween party for like the mean girls of the school, who are like these 3 girls, and I love them. It's so funny. It's weird. I feel like I'm like almost halfway, and I feel like I need to read it again to completely understand. It reminds me a little bit of the writing of like Harrow the Ninth, which we all know is my absolute favorite, and I'm so in love. It's so gay and angsty and like witchy, and they're like a coven, and they're set out to hurt boys who hurt girls, and it brings me joy. And Daisy Binks is a fucking menace, and I love her, and and now I'm like, have they written anything else? Apparently this is their first thing, and I'm like, can I have a whole series about these girls? Can I have it? They're all queer and gay and angry and witchy, and I'm just like, I haven't tapped it, but I feel like I need to tap it. So yeah, girlfriend is on a late tonight, so I'm gonna try to do some more writing. I'm most likely gonna read, I'm gonna finish this book, and then I will need to read A Dragon Republic and the other books that because I seriously need to pull myself together and just do my fucking arcs. So I'm gonna try to do that. Hello, little piggy. Hello, friends. So I sort of lost this week somehow, not sure. It's Wednesday and this is the end of the reading vlog, and then I'm gonna start a new one immediately afterwards because yeah, not much has happened. As you can see, I went for a walk to a little castle with girlfriend on Sunday. It was lovely. Did a lot of writing, so I didn't actually pick up a new book whatsoever, like most of the weekend slash Monday as well. But I did finish The Dragon Republic yesterday by R.F. Kuang, and I have a lot of feelings about it. And I wasn't sure because while I was reading it, I was actually a little bit like, I'm not sure I like Rin that much. Like, she's a character that I definitely want to follow, but she's also a character where I'm like, why are you being this stupid? Why are you making these mistakes? It's also a book that deals heavily with drug addiction, war-based book, basically. There's a ton about strategy. There's a lot of people dying, there's a lot of talk about rape. There's violence and things, and it's absolutely amazing, but also heart-wrenching. And now I've obviously immediately started The Burning God, which I started yesterday. So I will be finishing that series hopefully in the next few days. I feel really bad for everyone in the same way that I did when I was reading A Darker Shade of Magic, where I'm like, if you read this book when this book came out and you now had to wait. So The Burning God comes out on the 17th of November, and I'm just like, team, you had to wait. I am sorry. Anyway, really good. I think not quite a 5-star because I was a little bit like, I wanted a little bit more character and a little bit less landscape, but still absolutely wonderful, beautiful book. So yeah, that's it. I did a really good amount of reading last week, a lot of short ones and some good ones, and I loved some, and I had some nice rereading. So if you did enjoy this vlog, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button at the same time so you don't miss out on any other videos from me. You can also click the little bell which will give you a notification when I put up a new video, which is regularly. I promise normally my vlogs are on time, but hope you're having a great day. I'm proud of you. You're doing great. I'll see you really soon with another video. Bye. Oh, video list, view list, tip something list. I don't know what it's called. Also, yes. Okay, moving on.